Yo, what's good, my peoples? Please follow all my socials. They're listed down below at the bottom of the screen, also in the description box. All right. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff too. And my first channel got deleted at 15,000. My second at 1,500. So let's try to run it up. All right. Let's get these subscribers back up. But let's get straight into it. Also, if you have any questions too, please hit me up on my socials. This is gonna be a real versus fake, the bred Jordan 4s, right? On the left we got the retail, on the right we got the fake. All right, they both size 10, but as you can see the boxes are slightly different size. Slightly different. I think this one is slightly smaller, right? Which is the fake one. And here go the labels. Try to put them together. Retail gonna be on top. You might notice some difference, you might not. To me, everything is looking, unless I get a microscope, everything is looking pretty much the same to me. So I can't really see no difference. Maybe the gray down here maybe is a little darker on the retail, but even that is like, I don't know, it's pretty much the same, right? So the boxes, you're not really going to tell too much about the box. Unless you know something, you can tell me. But I think this Jumpman down here, this is like more of a darker red than this one. So retail is going to be a little bit lighter. This one's going to be a little bit darker, all right? Now, not every fake is created equal. We do got different batches of fakes and stuff like that. But I try to get the best one to make these type of videos. And let's get into it. Inside the box, pretty much the same. The feel of it is pretty much the same. And they both got that black plastic, but retail is like it's like thinner, right? This is more a little heavier, a little darker. Let's get to the shoes now. Let's get to the shoes. Boom, we're gonna keep the retail on the left. We're gonna keep the bred on the right. All right, let's zoom in. Boom. Start off with the heel of the shoe. See if we can see any differences or whatever. To me, I think the stitching on the shoe is like bright, kind of like almost like a gray, right? Whereas the fake is like black. It's like blended in with the nubuck right here. This one is, you can see it definitely. You know what I'm saying? So that's one difference that you can clearly see. And I'll point out a bunch of stuff, but I try to stick with the stuff that you could really differentiate the real and the fake. All right, the gray right here is also slightly different, right? The spacing in between the N, the I, the K is a lot tighter on the retail. You got more space on the fake, so that's something to look out for. The bumps up here definitely look different. As you can see the angle I'm talking about, right? They look different. They feel different, right? But you would have to have the retail next to you to understand what I'm talking about. And just the back heel tab, back tab right here is pretty much the same size, right? But I think the bumps is definitely different. This has got more like of a sharper edge. This is more like smooth, all right? But yeah, they both snap back. They Gucci. Look at the back. Back of this heel tab, you kind of see like this up top. I don't know what that is. My retail doesn't have that. I don't think that's something really to worry about or really can help you. It might be, but that's not something I will focus on. All right, the gray on the sock liner looks pretty much identical. You know, if it is different, it's hella close. I can't even really tell the difference for real. Now the retail comes with this piece right here. The fakes didn't, but I've seen fakes with that before. So don't say that, if you got that is real and if you don't got it is fake. You know what I mean? Don't go by that. The red on the back of the tongue, slightly different. You might not be able to pick it up on camera, but it is like a slightly different tone of red, right? And the Air Jordan look good in the back of the tongue. Boom. That look good. I don't really see much of a difference there. Now, come to the wing right here. Some person hit me up and said that they thought that the their pair was fake because the stitching went all the way to the back. Because normal, other Jordan 4s don't do that. For some reason, the Breds did it. I don't know why. But, so they got it correct on both. And cage looks good. Feels good actually too. Yeah, I don't really see no difference over here, for real. I think the bubble, see right here. The bubble is a little bigger than the fake one. See, it's a little wider, right? And that's probably it, to be real. Put it side by side like this. Even the gray looks pretty spot on. The midsole paint, let me see. That looks pretty good too. It's not gonna be the same on every shoe, so that's pretty scary, man. It's pretty scary how close these things be looking. You know what I mean? For a fraction of the price. Alright, the tongue tag, it's got less space on top than this one. I mean, I guess that could change too from shoe to shoe. Let me see my other retail, my left and right. I mean, it's a different spacing, yeah, a little bit different. Not too crazy, but a little bit. So I wouldn't really count on that. But they're both less spacing than this one. That's for sure. All right, the red on the tongue, pretty good. If it is off, it's slightly off. I can't really tell either. The flight is looking good. All right, the front cage. Front cage, it's looking pretty spot on. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Like, to be real, I think, yeah, that's pretty spot on. You know, sometimes you got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows showing. The way it's laced is different. They did it like tighter on the retails. That's not really an issue. Or something that you could different, because they could just tie it tighter and then there you go. You know what I mean? The stitching though, the stitching looks nice and tight. It looks like it's more stitching, nice and tight, closer together than this one right here. So that's something you always want to look at when you're buying a pair of shoe on the aftermarket. It's so close that if I wasn't getting the shoe for retail, I wouldn't even go buy it on the aftermarket, because you're not gonna have a real pair there with you while you're purchasing it. So that's kind of really gonna be super tough. You know what I mean? I try to look for things that you could tell on your own without me it's crazy. It's crazy. They look spot on. Like, it's crazy. Even my retail got gray, like kind of like leaking on there, and gray leaking on there. So that even is the same on this one. In different locations, but it's still like, you know what I mean? That is wild. That is wild. I could say let's look at the toe box right quick. Toe box look a little bit bigger on the fake, right? Look a little bit bigger, but not by much. You can't really tell. So, but I guess, you know, the only thing that you could tell that could help you if you're out there trying to buy a pair is make sure your air bubble is like, you know, it's not as small as this one, right? That's one thing that's not gonna vary from shoe to shoe. So it's still gonna be hard to tell if you don't have the retail next to you, but the bubble is clearly a different size, so I would focus on that, right? And what else? What else? Let me look at the inside of the shoe. Usually the stitching underneath the insole can help you out too. But let me take a look at. Oh, you know what though? Matter of fact, going back to what I was saying about the Nike, that's something that you can clearly tell. And you don't need a retail next to you. You got to make sure your Nike is nice and tight, right? Make sure that's, you know what I mean? And then the speed bumps too. But that's something that clearly could tell right away off rip without having the retail next to it, right? And make sure your stitching is like, got a contrast, not blending in. All right, and what I said I was going to show you the insoles, the inserts. That's pretty much on point. Let me take the insoles out. See if I can show y'all the size tag too. It's kind of hard to get to the size tag sometimes. But here goes the retail. Right? So you can pause it, check it out, see if it's the same as this one. Here's the size tag of the fake. Alright? So y'all can check the numbers and do what y'all gotta do. I don't really got time for all of that. But the insoles, yeah, the Nike look different. You know, this one actually looks better, the fake, but this is how it should look. This is a retail pair, so that's how it should look, but it definitely looks different.
Did you get ready in the dark or something?
Definitely looks different. In the back of the insole, you can barely see the letters, and that's how it should be. It shouldn't be like super clear like that, all right? They can always switch the insoles out, so you gotta really add all this stuff together. Don't just go off of one little thing. You know, this right here, boom. That's gonna be a legit checking thing right there. And let's check the stitching on the inside. All right, you see how it's different? This is like super close together, the stitching. This one is more spaced out, right? You got the you got stitching above this black stitching. So yeah, like it's like gray or something above the black stitching down there at the bottom. This one does not have that. Right? Or does it? Maybe right here I can see a little bit right there. Right there in the corner. But this one I see it the whole way. You know what I mean? But hopefully that helps. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know if I helped you out. The sticker, not the sticker, but the piece of tape is a different color. Boom. So hopefully that helps you out. The numbers in there is the same, but this is obviously darker ink in there than that. I mean, that's about it. That's all I got for y'all. Let me hit it with the black light and see if that helps out. Sometimes the black light could help you, sometimes it doesn't. And
I think you're really cool.
I don't see a difference. I don't see anything glowing different or whatever. So in this case, it's looking like the black light will not help you. So be careful out there when you're out there buying this, you know, this particular pair of shoes. Even if you're getting it from StockX or a reputable place, you never know, man. That's why I do not like buying expensive shoes on the resale market. It's just too much of a risk. It's crazy. But any questions, anything I missed, like I said, hit me up on my socials. We can chop it up. Other than that, you already know the vibes, man. I love y'all. Thanks for rocking with your boy. You feel me? One more thing before I let y'all go. The Nike tag. That looks pretty much, you know, they did a very good job. Slightly different color orange, but that's very good. All right. But you know I love y'all, man. Thanks for rocking with your boy. You feel me? The love is real. At the end of the day, rock what you like, not cause it's hype. Stand out and never blend in. Holla at me till next time. You heard? 100.